What's up, DCCCV? That's Roman numerals for 805. What an odd coincidence, because this is Bill Locey in Studio 805 with the Ventura County Star right here in Camarillo on purpose with some music news for you today, Thursday, August 30th, 2007, or MMVII. Hey, I just read a book about Caesar's 10th Legion. They killed everyone everywhere, some of the meanest vegetarians of all time, including multiple stab wounds everywhere. The Romans took stuff from the Greeks to found Western civilization, and here we are, giving us architecture, engineering, Roman roads, Roman law, and let's not forget revenge. I love Sulla's epitaph: "There is neither a friend nor enemy who has not been repaid in full." In more contemporary times, 145 years ago today, August 30th, is the second anniversary of the Second Battle of Bull Run. The Yankees still didn't get it right, but they went on to win the war in overtime. So thanks for being too lazy to hoist one of those heavy newspapers, but energetic enough to tap a few keys and find someone, that would be me, who's going to tell you where to go. Wow, what a wonderful world this is, such simplicity. As to events tonight, Thursday, if I had a faster car, a richer girlfriend, or even one with a job, here's where I'll be lurking in the back once the sun goes down. It's Reggae Thursday as usual down at Wine Lovers, with Rising Sun providing that danceable soundtrack, but hey, after a couple of glasses of wine, chainsaws are danceable. And the pizza guy making free pizza over an open fire in the stone oven out in the patio, wow. Even I can afford that after spending all my money on Dodger cards on eBay, my only vice. A few blocks away, she's back. She's being Bernadette. She runs a cool little eatery with music at Fur and Main Street in Ventura. Permit problem solved. It's rock and roll from Rich Harper. Some people do anything to get out of LA, so don't move up here, okay, Rich? And finally, up in Santa Barbara, at a cool little dive bar on Ortega, it's Colette at the Wildcat Lounge, doing that girly, folky thing, having achieved one-name fame, much like Godzilla, Madonna, Nomar, and Morrissey. To review, reggae, rock, and folk. So those are my tips, and I'm stuck with them, and now too, so are you. Now for my favorite thing on Thursday, Rock and Roll Call, the record rating service of cyberspace. First victim this week is the Automatic, the soundtrack for the Department of Redundancy Department. Their album is Not Accepted Anywhere. No, that's the title. It's on Columbia, home to Bob Dylan and Bruce Springsteen. These double A's play energized Britpop as they have that frat boy gang vocal thing going on. So more or less, the singer sort of shouts, and then mirroring him, and the other guy sort of screams about who cares what, for making for some keyboard happy wimp rock. The third song is called You Shout, You Shout, You Shout, You Shout. Right, 4 times from the Automatic. I'm not making this up. And as I said, they scream and shout, resulting in half-hearted smirk and a couple of uninspired shrugs from these redundant rockers. Not much of a review, but not much of an album, so there's that. Next up is the receiving end of Sirens, or Trio, on Triple Crown Records, an alias of East West. The weird album title makes much less sense than the senseless band name itself. The album is called The Earth Sings Mi Fa Mi. That's M-I-F-A-M-I. Now to me that spells, huh? And if the Earth was singing after all these people doing all this stuff, it would be one of those screamo bands, howling in agony, kind of like the Predator on Fire, or maybe Get Off My Cloud. But Mi Fa Mi, that's dumb. Dumb like naming your band Failure or F-. Anyway, the receiving end of Sirens reminds me of those world-changing, unpleasant 2 a.m. conversations with the cops. And according to the band bio, this is exactly what happened. Also, I think Sirens are so annoying that they prepare you for the shock when you actually get the bill. And as the car dealer noted when checking out Homer Simpson's credit, sirens are never a good thing, Homer. These sirens, however, are not a bad thing. It's another one of those safe and sane pop-punk bands fully as dangerous as Whistling in the Backyard. And these Boston rockers do offer stellar vocals in these overwrought emo explorations of business as usual. Maybe a Mona Lisa smile and a shrug, for these guys. And how about them Red Sox? They have enough ex-Dodgers, that's for sure, even though they hate Eric Gagne, so there's that. We just hate his evil agent, Scott Boris. And again, no more Scott Tomko, so party at my house. And finally, it's Bloc Party's new one, A Weekend in the City, and it's on Vice Records, one of the many aliases of Atlantic Records. The whole notion of a block party reminds me of the high school party, 2 songs, the cops show up, This album came out in February and made its debut at number 2 on the charts. Guess people are still up for the 80s sounding Britpop. Check out any 3 pretty boy Britpop bands from MTV from the early 80s, put them in a blender, and you got Bloc Party 25 years later. Breathless vocals on I Still Remember. The first American single will have all the little weirdos in black gasping for some new adjectives to describe that warm and fuzzy feeling. If I were grading this as a paper, I would rely on the old reliable cliche, competent if uninspired. All right, the clock is ticking and I'm circling the drain once again. Thanks for hanging out for a few minutes and being too lazy to hoist one of those heavy newspapers. This is Bill Locey, Studio 805 for the Ventura County Star, saying, save the top hat, save yourselves, go see some live music, and remember, if no one tells you how to act, how are you going to be?